video and audio. So go for it.
Oh, shit. Hello, Internet. It's your boy, Keebler. I'm sitting across from Julie Ginger.
Hello, how's it going, guys?
But even more intensely, I have to be honest with you. As much as it's an honor to have you here right now,
Okay.
it's a bigger honor to have Anthony here. Because he don't fucking live here.
That's
Across
true.
from me.
Hey.
Behind the fucking switches.
Hello, people.
In person. For the first time in months.
Hey.
The powerful Anthony is here. In Vegas. Welcome, Anthony.
Yes, it was a great flight. Great flight to get here.
It was a great flight?
It was a great flight. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, I had all the best people. They were just so happy to be on the plane and getting to Vegas.
Oh, that's exciting.
Oh, no, the plane ride to Vegas on the cheap flight really is pretty lit.
Yeah.
Everybody's drunk.
Yeah.
Everybody's happy to go get more drunk.
Yeah.
Go waste all their money.
Right?
People to stand the whole way there because somebody puked on their seats.
Now we're going to see what happens.
Oh.
We're going to see what happens when you have to fly home.
Yeah. How sad
That
everybody-
flight, when everybody's already lost their money and their dick doesn't work anymore and they're real broke and they're like, fuck. They're like, I wonder, I shouldn't have.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda, you know?
All those conversations are happening on the ride back,
course.
holding that vomit bag in your hand at the same time.
Of course.
Ooh, I don't want an experience like that at all. That sounds disgusting.
I don't know. I had to go with the full image. I had to go. He had a great flight, so I had to be like, well, the way back, Anthony, it's gonna be fucked up.
The way there was messed up too. Somebody puked. They just had people to stand for the rest of the flight or majority of the flight.
Oh my god.
But it wasn't you.
No.
But it wasn't you.
So
And it wasn't
you
near you.
had a good flight.
I had a flight. I got to watch them stand up. It's like, hey.
No, you're a transplant too. Like I'm a transplant.
Yes.
Like in fact, like this is the week, like to the week that I moved to Vegas.
Oh wow.
So
Look at you.
I know, right? So do you remember your flight here when you
I did
decided you were
not-
moving?
I did not. Well, I drove here.
How presumptuous of me.
I drove, but I have flown out here quite a few times. But I've had the same like feeling from other people when they're coming, going to Vegas, because I was coming from Iowa, so like it was a way different experience, than I think some people get. Does that make sense? Like some people are cool with like super excited. Oh, we're going to Vegas, and then some people are just like, oh, we're just going back home. Back to our winter home. And I'm just like, okay, snooty.
So what is Iowa actually like? And I ask you that because when I tell people I'm from Ohio, they're like, oh, so you wear overalls and you deal with pigs and corn and shit. Like you're obviously from the country. And I'm like, that exists for sure.
Oh, it does.
But that doesn't
exist.
represent like my experience as being from Ohio. So like,
Right.
what does Iowa mean? Like when you close your eyes and you're in Iowa, what do you, a person from there, see?
Wow. I've never done that before, so I can't give you like a right off the top of my head.
Do it right now.
answer.
Do it right now.
Oh,
Let's have fun.
Okay.
Do it right now. Close your eyes. Tell me what home is like.
Cold, wet winters.
Mm-hmm.
But amazing springs and beautiful summers. It gets hot. It does. But like, I think Iowa is just a great place to grow a family. And so, as much as I loved living there for 11 years, I needed to change it up. So, but I love Iowa.
I would
do.
say the same thing about Ohio.
Right.
That it's a nice place to raise a family.
Yes.
And that's something that like, as I get older, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to have to do that one day. But like, I'm out here in Vegas trying to chase my dreams.
Right.
I don't have time for that.
Right.
The same way that like I would if I were back in Ohio. Like I'm trying to get these belts around these folk that I live with.
That's right.
But when I
right.
close my eyes and I picture my home, right? I picture a metropolitan area. I picture suburbs.
Yeah.
I don't picture cows and shit.
Well, okay.
Now, you
so-
described the weather to me.
Yeah, I did.
I wanna
That's
know-
something I love about Iowa, but
Were you a country girl? Were you
No.
a suburbs girl? Were you a city girl?
so only living there for 11 years, I did live in some of the more rural areas when I first moved to Iowa. So it does have a lot of cornfields, soybean. You do see a lot of dairy farming. You see cows. You sometimes, if you're lucky, might see a llama. I'm just saying, I've seen it.
People do have like llamas and alpacas and shit.
Yes, they do.
It's very weird.
But there's certain properties, I guess, that they create and produce that are very beneficial to our bodies, apparently. It's fun little facts, apparently, that I know. So anyway, so it's very, very suburban. It does have a lot of like just small little towns within the Des Moines metro area. So takes 15 minutes to get from one side of town to the other. You know, it's very just pretty much kind of almost like here, minus all the casinos.
Okay.
And the weather, obviously, but yeah, it's pretty nice.
And now
I
you're
like
out
it.
here.
And now I'm out here, yes.
And like I'm doing fight shit.
Right.
And I might do other shit. I don't know. Like there might be microphones involved. I don't even know where this is all gonna end up taking
Right.
me. I don't know. I just like I
You
have
gotta
a
start
base
somewhere,
skill,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna see where it goes.
Exactly.
When you came out to Vegas,
Mm-hmm.
tell the people why you're here.
So I am a sex worker. The adult film industry. I do porn. So coming out here from Iowa was a really good move for me business-wise. And then also just I felt like it was time for myself personally to grow and become a better person, but also become better in my career as a sex worker. So
Now, do you feel like is it not just like you have more access? Are there like technical things that are better? I know that like as an independent contractor, we don't have state taxes here. Do you have state taxes in Iowa?
well, yeah, there's
Ooh,
state taxes.
those
in
motherfuckers.
Iowa. I know it
Those
was-
motherfuckers.
It's all. I mean, it's all good. It's all good. Like I've. That's just a whole nother story. But, you know, here there is more access to talent, more access to industry events. I'm close to LA, which, you know, LA is a huge hub. You know, obviously a lot of the porn companies are there.
Mm-hmm.
Like Miami and LA are the two like places basically to go if you really want to be in it. But Vegas is so much of a revolving door. People are constantly coming here, so it made sense for me. Plus with that new law in California that just passed, the AB 15 or something like that. Anyways, I didn't want to be a part of that, so that kind of like was a really good move on my part.
What was this law?
It has something to do with becoming.
Do you want this?
Yes, please.
I'm
I've
so
been
glad you do.
waiting. I've been
So-
waiting.
Wait, quick interruption. You
Yeah.
mind moving the mic a little bit closer to your face?
To me?
To her.
For Julie.
Me?
Yes.
I feel like I'm talking right into it.
It's okay. Just get right up on it.
I do that all the time with big black things. Jesus.
Miss.
God, is that better?
Yes.
Jesus.
You toss your hair, complain a little bit.
Such a diva.
Okay, so
Not really a diva, but so this law. Here we go. Basically, woo.
yeah, this is not for the faint of heart.
I'm
This
good.
is not for the
I
faint of
smoke.
heart.
I smoke. I promise. Just ooh. Okay, so the law is actually making people who are cam models and porn stars become incorporated.
Okay.
So it puts, and then there's certain things that you have to do with this law. Like there's certain classes and certifications you've got to, like they're making it very difficult. So a lot of people I know are moving from California to, you know, out of here and to other
Vegas,
places.
Miami.
Yes. Places where it's hopping, like anywhere on the East Coast, like New York, New Jersey, that Northeast area is another, like there's a lot of talent out there. And I think it's an underappreciated area.
Now, do you think it would be in people's best interest in general to set up things like an LLC?
Yes,
Or, like,
absolutely. I have been told by.
Are those okay? Are like LLCs and like sole proprietorships okay? Or like they want you to incorporate, which is like,
I think that.
I agree, like a huge pain in
Yeah.
the ass. Like I used to own a business back in Ohio, like in that metropolitan area that is Ohio, where there were
Yes.
no cows.
There were no cows.
And and when it was time to like really formalize
Mm-hmm.
things, I was like, okay, so I'll get an incorporator. I'll get an ink, you know?
Right.
And then they were like, no, there's a lot of shit you have to jump through in order to do
Yeah.
that. How about we just do an LLC? It's a
Yeah.
lot easier. Like my lawyer gave me that advice, and so that's what I did.
Yeah,
Right.
I think that
But are they looking for them to incorporate truly?
I think they are, but then
That
I
sucks.
think and I think also just being an LLC, person like who owns, what they're doing, is always a good way to go. Because I've been told by people who've been in the industry for 20 plus years to do it.
Yeah.
So I'm looking into it.
A lot of these fighters, like they conduct themselves like they are a business.
Right.
Right. So like you'll have like, it would be, say I was a fighter now, right? Like hypothetically, it would be like Darren Branch LLC. And then I would pay all of my fucking training partners and all the people that help me out of that business.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Not
Smart.
directly out of my pocket.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a nice way to like keep things tight. So like, I understand how like they could even frame it as if it were like, we're just trying to help you. Meanwhile, they're just trying to collect a shitload of fees and make you jump through a bunch of fucking hoops.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah, that's why I'm just like, I'm glad that this law has been so localized.
so it's only the state of California.
Only in the state of California.
Do you feel like that was like set up in a way to like push people out? Is there
Maybe.
a war on porn? Is there like a secret conservative war? There could be.
There's always a war on porn, people. Come
You feel that
on.
way?
I do. Always. I get shit from people who are Christians, and I get shit from just people in general, But thankfully, like I just don't care.
Now,
Like,
what do you mean by you get shit? Like, what do you get?
people are always like, commenting on my weight.
Where are these
how
comments coming from? Like,
Social media.
So this is like on your Instagram.
Yeah.
I want people to have a really clear view of what you're talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So,
yeah.
like-
So on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchats, I mean, people in the porn industry, whether you're skinny or not, do still get criticized.
Yeah.
And get, made to feel like, what we're doing is so bad, but it's really not. It's the oldest profession in the effing world,
So, like, is there a way to, like, have your comments set so that rude, shitty comments don't get through?
No.
There's nothing you can do?
I just have to go through my pictures pretty daily, and it's a very tedious task.
And you have to delete the
And
comments yourself?
I don't delete them. I look at them and I go, wow. But then I look at all the comments below and how many people are actually coming to bat for me. And that's what makes me happy. Like seeing my fans, you know what? No, this is a beautiful, you're just a, blah, blah, blah. You don't truly, there are just so many different things people have said. Oh my gosh.
Now, I'm glad that people come to defend you.
Yes.
But how much of that is like, hey, leave her alone, and how much of that is like, I hope she notices me telling her to leave her alone?
Yeah,
like,
it's
how
a
much
lot
of that
of
is
that.
virtue signaling? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like some motherfucker being like, no, every woman is beautiful. You leave her alone. And he's unzipping his pants, like, please suck my dick,
Oh my
please.
God.
Like, oh, please.
All the time. But you know what? There are some genuine fans out there. I've met
For sure.
some really good ones, and I've been really, blessed in that area. But, being in the industry is a lot of hard work and a lot of fun. I love it.
But
God,
do you feel
I
like
love
the
it.
negative stuff is mostly like surface? Like you don't
Mostly,
feel like
yeah, it's
I'm asking
nothing-
you, like, is it hard? It's all right.
Sorry.
I'm asking, like, is it hard to like get an apartment? Is it hard to
No,
like,
it's not.
do you see what I'm
Because there's
saying?
ways around
Like,
that shit.
ways of people kind of like discriminating against you in a
Yeah.
way that would really matter? Or is it like people like, well, I don't like the fact that you suck dicks, and it's like, well, people do that.
Yeah.
I'm just doing it on camera.
Yeah.
And you probably do it on camera too. In fact, let me get your fucking phone.
Right?
Like, the next time somebody says anything about anyone that does sex work on camera, I'm like, you a hoe too. And
You just a closet hoe.
and I can
Closet
tell
hoe.
you, it's like, it's on your phone. Like, it's on your phone.
No.
Everyone's a porn star now.
Ugh,
Everyone.
God.
No, I'm not saying they post.
Yeah.
right? But everybody's out there now.
Yeah.
All right,
No,
let me
I
see what's
true.
going on in the streets.
Okay.
Let's see what's going on in your leg.
They had to keep the house right.
Right. At least if anybody were ever to come to the door, we would know about it.
They're an alarm.
They are.
They're
I
not
love
like-
it.
The puppies aren't much on security, but
Right.
like they are like an alarm clock,
They're
right?
so cute
They're
though.
like-
Oh my gosh. I love puppies.
That's what they're good at.
Yeah.
They're good at being cute.
They're good at being a distraction too.
A distraction?
Yeah. So anyways, yeah, so a lot of times, you know, I get some pretty nasty comments, but I mean, I do delete the ones that I feel like are like really bad, because I don't want that to, you know, clog up my positive feeds, you know?
Don't be fucking up my flow.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes I'll respond, especially if it's someone that I feel needs to be put in their place, you know?
So I have debates about that with my friends. I debate
Right.
that with my friends all the time.
Right.
Like, when someone says something shitty to me in a comment, I leave it. I don't delete it, but I don't I don't talk to them. I don't engage.
Yeah, you don't
Every
engage.
now and then I hit like, but I do not engage.
Yeah.
Because I don't want that back and forth. I don't want to
Yeah.
give them like that hard dick of like, oh, like I got him. Like, you didn't fucking get me, cunt. Like, you don't know
No,
me. Like,
no,
you don't know anything about me.
exactly.
And if you do, you knew a different me.
Yeah.
So fuck you again.
Right.
But like, I'm not gonna engage.
Mm-hmm.
But there's another side of that isn't wrong,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's like, nah, like I'm not letting that shit slide. It's like the same way that like if someone cuts you off, would you flick them off? If you're driving, someone cuts
maybe.
you off, do they get your finger?
Sometimes. It just depends on how I'm feeling that day.
They never get my finger.
Nah, I mean, if I'm really like pissed off or something and somebody flips me off or cuts me off or whatever, yeah, I kind of like go, man, fuck you too.
Oh yeah. See,
I do.
I never ever escalate. I never ever do.
I do it and then I get like past it. I just don't care anymore, you know? Just like one little burst and I'm good to go.
No, I think it's common, and like I used to fucking judge people for it, right? Until my closest friends did it all the
Yeah.
time, and I had to just be like, all right. At first, I had to just be like, accept this is like a different personality trait. It's another way of handling the situation. Like right and wrong are a fucking illusion. Like
Right.
this is just another way of handling this,
Right.
and most of the time, nothing's gonna fucking happen. Like it's like nothing's gonna happen. Like they're gonna say fuck you back and drive away, or,
Right,
or not
exactly.
even. So like, who cares? you know?
Yeah,
Like, who
I know.
cares?
I've gotten better with my what do they call it? Where you drive anger. What is
They call it road rage.
road rage? Thank you.
There's a name for it.
That's what it's.
There's
That's
a
what I was
name
trying to
for it.
find. I couldn't get it. Road rage. I used to have it really bad. Now not so much. So because
What changed?
I don't drive as much anymore.
That's what changed. You're
I
like,
don't
well,
have
I
a car.
I don't get road rage. I solved it. Are you fucking kidding me? That's the greatest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Well, I
See
mean.
it? That's the giggle stick. It got to you.
It's so good.
got to you.
I love to laugh. Anyways, so back a little bit to the whole porn thing. Let's finish that conversation because I don't think we were quite done with it.
I'm never done with it.
I know. Okay, so basically what I'm saying, social media is basically where I get a lot of that negative. So what I do is I just, respond or I don't respond, or I delete and then move on, because I get it all the time. I've created such a little tough skin that I'm just like, you know what? Doesn't matter, because I know my worth. I know where I stand in my eyes, mind, which is the most important, and having that self-love. So I think a lot more people need to learn that in the BBW community, especially because of such negative stigmas toward us. You know what I mean? So
I do.
yeah, just a little plug there. That
Do
was
you
really
think that-
cool watching the smoke come off that.
I try to do cool things. Do you think that BBW porn and just BBWs in general are more widely accepted now than they were like 10 years ago?
Oh, absolutely. I think that, because we've had some great women frontier the way and pave the way over the last 10, I would say probably 10 years for sure. People such as, Sophia Rose, she's really been pushing and doing things. And I know that, some people like her, some people don't. She's a sex worker. I respect her. I respect her craft. So she's really pushed a lot because she's worked on Brazzers. She's worked on Bang Bros. So
Who was the first big girl that you saw that you were like, oh, she looks fucking cool. Like, she looks hot. Like, I could do that.
wow.
Or even just she looks hot. Not even the translation of like, I'll do that or I could do that. But like, what was the first time, or did you not see it?
I don't think I saw it, to be honest with you.
I remember what I saw.
Because
It blew my fucking mind. Well, finish.
I'm glad that it did, but I really didn't honestly watch a lot of a BBW porn ever.
What did
When-
you watch?
I watched a lot of girl, small girl, guy girl. I watched a lot of, interracial porn too. And I occasionally came across gay scene, and I never like stopped to watch a whole thing of two men together. But like I would watch and be like, oh, okay, not really my thing, so I'd move on, So
I feel like that's very common though. I feel like a lot of women watch gay porn.
yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
Like a lot.
We do. I love gay porn. Like I have a scene on my iPad that I save for when I like really like
If you're craving it,
like
you have a good
craving
one.
some good girl action. It was hot, made me come.
No,
I was yes, please.
girls that like watching two men is like
So that's actually becoming more popular now.
It's
too,
very popular.
because I want to do a scene with two men who want to be also intimate with each other. Like I want to do. You want to
do a bi
that.
scene.
A bi scene, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I have one guy I know would do it. I just got to find one other.
I understand.
So to make the dynamic work, I have to be really selective, and that's why it's taking me forever to film this. I haven't even filmed anal yet.
That seems like a shame. I mean, like,
I just haven't. I haven't got to that point yet.
but like, not only are you like known as a BBW girl, you're known as like a BBW girl for your ass.
Yes.
And so it seems that like, it seems that would have been one of the first things that people were trying to see of yours.
Oh,
So was it on
always.
purpose that you were like saving this and like now it's going to be of higher value?
Yes, absolutely. I mean,
So it's a business
and
decision.
my name has become a little bit more, noticeable or notable. And sorry, I'm a little high, guys.
It happens. It happens.
does.
It's
I
a
love
consequence of being around me.
I love it. No, I definitely think that it'll be a very interesting thing to see, because I've had people tell me don't film that right away. Hold on to that, like you know what I mean?
Yes.
And
I have to do intermittent puppy playing.
it's okay. It's okay.
Which is not actually a sexual term at the moment, but it
Not
could be.
yet. Hello.
I don't do puppy play. Unless it's actual puppy play.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, you're so silly. Yeah, so it's definitely something that I'm saving for myself, and it will be released only on my website. It'll not be released anywhere else. It'll be legit, like, this is the only place you'll find it.
And what's your website?
bbwjulieginger.com.
And do you also do like an OnlyFans
Yeah.
or cool?
Yeah, so it's basically, onlyfans.com/bbwjulieginger. You'll see a very much correlation through all of my social media, because I try to make sure everything is easy to find.
Yeah.
So when you do Google BBW Julie Ginger, you're going to get my Twitter, you're going to get my OnlyFans, you're going to get my Snapchat. Like, you'll see pictures, Pornhub, XNXX, I mean, everywhere.
Awesome.
So it's one thing I have to say that I'm very proud of myself for becoming a, kind of like notable name. I'm proud of that. And I love what I do, though.
How does one become a notable name? Like, what do you think are the
hard
steps?
work, perseverance, working for yourself, but also being willing to work for others and not taking things for granted, but take any opportunity you can find, and see if it'll take you somewhere. Like, the only reason why I got into this is because I had posted videos and pictures of me on Tumblr. For those of you who don't know what Tumblr is, it's no longer around, basically, because I can post like semi-nude pictures, but I can't post actual porn. I can't do like nude videos or anything like that. So they basically nixed all that, and that's why you can't do that anymore. So I had a fan hit me up. I had about 5,000 of them, and they were like, hey, we would like to see you do porn. Like, we think you would do great. And living in Iowa was not easy. So anyways, got connected with BBW Highway, and that's where I started.
I'm familiar with that.
Yep, and then Plumper Pass then picked me up a few months
familiar with
later. Yep, right around my birthday, I went down there in 2017 and shot my first scene for Plumper Pass.
Okay, cool.
On my 30th, so it was really like a big moment for me. That's a great memory, because I was in Miami for a week. I was enjoying life, you know, getting
and
fucked.
like that's like a big name in that genre.
It is.
It's a big
It
name in that
is.
genre.
It
Like
is.
all the girls that are like famous in the genre work for Plumper Pass.
Yep.
Like, so the first girl that I saw that classifies as BBW in a video was April Flores. Do you know who that is?
Love April Flores.
So do
oh
I.
my god.
So I saw her in a scene with Belladonna.
Yes. Oh god, Belladonna is so
And I was
hot.
like, what is happening?
This is so
and
hot.
why is this happening? This is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
This is amazing.
I got to see her at AVN.
Bella?
Yeah, no.
April.
Yeah.
I met April.
Oh my
So I met
God.
April the year that so we can bring it to fucking jujitsu. The year that I won the Pans, she had a movie that came out and she did a release for it at a bar.
Uh-huh.
And one of my best friends is like, "Oh, I'm DJing this porn release party.
Dude,
You've got to come."
that
And I'm
sounds
like,
so
"I'm
much
fighting
fun."
tomorrow. I'm fighting at 9 a.m."
Oh wow.
He's like, "You gotta come. Ziggy's fucking DJing, and like she's gonna like you gotta go."
Yeah.
And so I go to the party, and I'm like, "All right, at 11:30,
Oh.
I have to
Lord.
go." And I get to meet April for a second. I dance with April.
Uh-huh.
I dance with Ashley Blue. I don't know if you know who that is. Ashley Blue is
I don't think she's around
Ashley
anymore.
Blue is cool. Ashley
Okay.
Blue is cool.
Okay.
And I danced with Ashley Blue, and then the fucking pumpkin. Like it was time to go.
Oh damn.
But it all worked out. Like,
that's cool.
yeah.
Sounds like that was a lot of fun.
But that was
I've-
the first time I saw a BBW on screen with another like top actress.
Yeah.
Where it wasn't made into something that was like either comical.
Right.
Or
It was sensual and
it was
sexy and
fucking
hot.
it was fucking hot.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
and there was no weirdness. It was just
Yeah.
hot. And I was like,
Oh,
this
trust
is great.
me.
This
I
is
know.
great.
I have done a few scenes like that where it's just the way that everything's happening and just the way things are feeling and just panning out, and it becomes just this hot, sexy, just like whether it's hardcore sex or with a girl, like it's just so much fun. Oh my god. And that's one thing I love about this, and you can create good relationships too. So
Do you feel that way?
yeah,
Like you get good
absolutely.
friendships?
I get some really good friendships. I have some really good friends.
Are there shitty interactions too?
Oh, absolutely. Oh God.
So it just runs the gamut.
It's who you run into.
You have a
who-
job.
Yeah, I have a job to do, and if I do, I have to work with somebody that I don't really get along with. I will suck it up and I will do my job because this is what I do.
Are there people that suck at that job that have that job and keep that job? Like, is it a job? Like, so this is what I
Yeah.
mean by is it a job?
Yeah.
Like, when I say something's a job, I think of it like there are about 10% of the people who are awful.
Yeah.
There's 10% of the people who are exceptionally amazing.
Yes.
And there's like the 80% of the people who just have the job and they're
Yeah.
like, they're all right, like nice. And
Yeah.
they're-
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Sharon.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, Sharon.
Sharon.
But then
Good
there's
job,
like
Sharon.
fucking Bethany. I fucking hate Bethany. She's always late. She smells like this. She's a
Oh,
fucking bitch. She, like there's a Bethany, and then there's Sharon, and then there's like, have you worked with Jill? Isn't Jill the shit?
Yeah.
Like there's all that's that full
Yes.
gamut. Is there that full gamut?
Yes, absolutely.
Does it run
Absolutely,
about the
because,
same percentages?
I don't know. I couldn't say. I'd have to like really think about it, right? And I don't want to think about that right now. So
Like how many shitty people there are?
yes. So I mean, and you know what the thing is that even though they're shitty people, I still have to respect them because they do what I do, the same craft, and it sucks when people who are in the same but are top level models that look down on other people and just treat them like shit, and we all see it, but no one wants to speak up. No one
feel
wants
like that's
to say
very
anything.
common?
Oh, absolutely. I feel like there's so much animosity and drama and bullshit that goes on in the BBW community. Like, it's unreal. But you know what? I'm trying to do my thing, which is stay in my lane and work for me and just always be true and honest and to the point and be punctual and create a good stigma around me. So when people say, oh, you know Julie Ginger? Then they can say, oh yeah, she's really cool. She's always on time, very professional. Like, I want good things to be said
people to
about
say
me.
good things.
So that's why I try to put out good things. I have my moments, you know? Like, it happens. I do sometimes get a little bitchy and maybe a little diva-y.
Diva-ish?
Diva-ish.
Diva-esque?
Diva something. So it happens. And I think that just makes me human. Because no one is not always nice. You cannot go through life without having, something is going to affect you.
I'm a nice boy. I only do nice things. Anthony.
Yes,
Anthony,
Anthony, I want to hear this.
Yes.
am I a nice boy?
You're a nice person. Yeah, you're a nice person.
He's like, no, you're a son of a bitch.
Yeah.
And everyone knows. Yeah, that's true. I'm a son of a bitch and everyone knows.
If you really want to know, is he thinks he's a son of a bitch, but everybody thinks of him as a nice person.
Stop telling the real truth.
It's true. It's true.
God damn it, Anthony.
It's true.
Go the fuck home.
No,
After
don't leave. Don't leave.
Nah, he's lovely. We will keep him. We'll keep him as long as we can.
Yeah.
I have him for several more days,
Yeah.
and we'll try to get a lot of podcasts done. We'll try to get many guests
Yeah.
because we don't have that much time. He's gonna have to go back to his real life
Ugh.
where he can make money.
Boo.
Yes.
Oh, he's so adorable sitting over here.
He's doing God's work over there. He's
Yes,
making
he
everything
is.
happen.
Yes, he
He's
is.
making everything happen.
Making
So-
it awesome. Yes.
We're smoking a joint,
Yes, we are.
dropping lighters. Is there space for weed in porn? Is weed a thing that happens on set, or is it like taboo?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the porn industry people do smoke. I think that anybody that doesn't smoke in the industry is probably just, something they don't want to do, which is totally fine.
But if you showed up on set and you lit up a joint, it wouldn't be like
No,
taboo. It would be like a normal thing.
It's a normal
Someone
thing.
does that,
Because what you'll say is like, "Hey, anybody want to go smoke?"
and then it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, but I can't say for a lot of the professional, more like Brazers, Reality Kings, Blacked. I don't know.
So if
Dog
two
fart,
stars
yeah.
decide to shoot,
Yes, if it's like a one-on-one, like it's like my cameraman came here and we decided to film, it would be basically just
wouldn't
us
be weird.
three. Yeah, that's all. Like because it's a one-on-one interaction.
but
I
if
would
we
be totally
were contracted
fine. Yeah.
to some company,
Mm-hmm.
and like I show up on set,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, "Hey guys, good to see you. I'm on time.
Yeah.
5 minutes early," and I'm like, let's smoke this joint. Are they gonna be like, "Hey man, no drugs on set"?
Probably.
Okay.
A more professional setting, yes.
Okay.
I would say, yeah.
'Cause I would assume if I was like,
I would
Hey.
just think about it as going to a professional job, like really honestly, especially with the big name companies. That's why when I work with Plumper Pass, I don't smoke and I don't drink.
Mhm.
I don't drink the night before either because I need to be, on my A game, So
so I don't drink
okay.
if I'm gonna do something important,
Okay.
like teach in an important place or something
Right.
like that. And I take a shower right before I leave so that I can smoke before I go.
Okay.
I'm not just gonna show up sober and do my job. That's insane. No one, no one should have.
Listen.
No one should be
I don't
asked to be
know.
sober.
I'm not saying that you have to, but that's what I would do if it came to me working for a big name company, outside of Plumper Pass. So
Like outside of the homies.
outside of the home.
Like if we're really tight,
Mhm.
then we can smoke a joint. But like,
Exactly.
if I'm just another girl contracted,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll show up.
Yeah, like I love like having like my, just random guy male friends that are in the industry or not in the industry to come over. We'll smoke and chill and then like, just record some fun stuff. It's a good time. I enjoy it a lot.
Do you like working that way better?
It's good for my more amateur fans. So from like my OnlyFans, that's where that goes.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'll get a good stationary, more like sex tape type, and I drop those occasionally on my actual website.
Cool.
Yeah. So I enjoy it.
I understand what you mean though. Like they're different niches, right? So like
sorry.
there's like the niche of people that really enjoy seeing things
Yeah.
that look like amateur porn.
Right.
And
Yes.
I think that's a growing number.
I think that amateur porn is definitely becoming a big one. Yes.
And then there's people that like the higher, glossier
Yes.
production stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and like you need to be able to create both kinds of content.
Yes, exactly. So it takes a lot of planning to create those types because it's either I'm paying, a male talent
Mhm.
because I want an exclusive, shoot with this person.
Mhm.
But if they're willing to do a content trade, then we can film 2 scenes. I'm always open to that too. So it's just trying to find the right talents to, work with that are willing to be, the same, like receptive and able to give back to.
And are there other times where like one might be lucrative and one might not be?
Yeah.
Like where like sometimes the content trade doesn't make sense. Here's the cash.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, oh,
Yes.
I'm not paying you cash. Let's do a content trade.
Yes.
Like,
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Oh my God.
So there isn't one way of going about it.
Yeah.
Like, it varies.
Yes. Because like there's certain things like I recently wanted to work with somebody, but he wanted me to pay him because I was like, I mean, I have my opinions about that.
Respect. But yeah.
So anyways.
But the deal didn't work
yes,
for you.
Yeah. The deal did not work for me because I did not believe him. But anyways. I mean, he's Ooh, careful, baby. I'm sorry. Oh, God. Take care of the puppies. Puppy time. Puppy break. Puppy dance. Oh, my gosh. I'm a little high. Anthony, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah. It
Yeah.
happens to the best of us.
What's that?
So she said she was pretty high, so it happens to the best of us.
Yes, it does. And I feel
I'm
so
telling you,
good. I
it's
feel good.
It's a symptom of hanging out around me.
I'm happy. I'm chill.
Well, being high is a good time to do weird news. Anthony,
It is.
do you have weird news for us?
Yes, I do.
Ooh,
So,
awesome.
let's see. Let's go with the Michigan man stabbed with samurai sword after not buying pot for partner. Report says.
All right, first of all,
wait.
Angry Nerd. Let's just retitle it. Angry Nerd assaults lover after not bringing back the fucking bag. Like, if you don't show up with that bag, not only am I
Oh
not
my
sucking your dick like I said I would,
God. I
I'm gonna run you through.
I'm gonna run you through, motherfucker, with my samurai sword.
Like who has a samurai sword in their house that's capable of going through a human being?
Only a nerd or a geek, someone who loves things like that. Some people who collect things like that. But honestly, let's think about it, people. Mostly nerds and geeks.
I mean, but like you're like an incel violent nerd too. Like you're like, it's a certain kind of person that like decides that like, not only like is violence the right thing to do, but like I'm gonna grab a fantasy tool. Like it's not even like a hammer. Like that's a real thing that you've used before.
Yeah.
Like it's not a butcher knife. Like you've used that before. Like, you know what I'm gonna get? I'm gonna get what I've always fantasized about killing somebody with, and do that. Like,
Yeah.
you're a fucking weirdo. And like, it's too. Did the person die?
No.
Of course not.
No, this is what
See,
happened.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Darren,
Because you're in a
There's
fucking movie
more?
in your mind.
Yeah, you want to hear how this guy
Yeah,
was like?
I wanna hear more.
So basically, the guy called the police and he's like, "All right, he's holding like all the bloody wounds. He's smoking a cigarette, just waiting for the ambulance to come and take him away. He's out there like it's a movie too. He's smoking a cigarette on the porch, holding the blood to like multiple stab wounds.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and it's just like waiting.
I'm gonna need some help.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
and he survived. He's-
Wow. And they're
See, but of course they survived.
yeah.
Because they're fucking idiots. See,
Wow.
like, idiots always survive. This is the law of Motley Crue. This is the law of Motley Crue. Like, this is why, like, fucking Jimi Hendrix is dead.
Oh my
And, like,
goodness.
all of Motley Crue is just fine. And they did way more drugs than Jimmy. Way more. Because they sucked. They sucked. And because you suck, you get to live.
Puppy wants to go out. I saw him over there scratching. He's like, let me out.
He's gonna be like, "Let me back in like 2 seconds."
Right? Then he's going to stay out for more than 2 seconds.
Unless they go outside
Anyways,
and get
But
stuck
yes.
together.
that is very interesting.
Yes.
Very interesting. Anything else?
Yes. Let's see. Vaginal weightlifter can give anyone who practices the best sex of their lives. Carrying a surfboard under your arm is a thing of the past. Carry it between your legs, ladies.
Okay, so wait, a professional vaginal what?
Weightlifter.
Weightlifter.
Weightlifter. That's
Yeah.
a real thing.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'm going to guess that this is being suspended by her vaginal walls. That
She's
she
probably
takes
got
like something that's similar to like a Benoit ball
yeah.
and holds it, and then it's attached to a chain,
Oh my.
Yeah.
and it holds things.
Yeah. So
And that's how she measures her prowess. Like, it's not like it's dangling off her clit or anything, right?
No,
She's
I mean,
holding
I
it
figured
inside
that.
herself.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, she's fucking doing that Kegel. She's fucking holding that shit.
What?
Like a
Oh,
fucking G.
she says,
my God.
yeah, she can lift up to 10 pounds.
What
and-
a fucking gangster.
and enjoy 20 consecutive orgasms.
Wow.
That's something to aspire to.
That is, I've gotten close to that number.
Not the orgasm number.
Oh.
The skill level.
Holding 10, yeah. She can hold.
Who
she
can
can-
hold?
I don't think I could.
a surfboard. Take a surfboard and just hold it.
You just
That's
hold.
10 pounds.
It's about, I'm guessing.
I just did a Kegel just now.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
I just did it again. I'm doing it right now. I'm holding it.
Oh my god.
doing like the-
Training.
you're doing
I
like
want to
the-
be like this lady.
You're doing like the body weight version of it.
What do you mean?
Because it's like you're not like. It's
Yeah,
like,
this is
it's
the body weight
yeah,
exercise.
Yeah, the body weight version.
Like
of
sometimes you gotta do push-ups and pull-ups, you know?
it. Yeah,
When there's no weights around.
exactly.
You gotta do the same thing with your Kegels. Like right now, that's that Kegel.
Hey.
I saw you looking.
You
I
gotta-
was watching. I
Yeah,
was like,
right.
what's going on over here?
I'm
Sorry,
doing
I'm
my
a
Kegels.
perv.
Set of 3.
I'm doing my Kegels.
All right, what else? Anything?
The sign says touch
That's
my
it.
butt,
That's
not
it.
watch my Kegels.
That was it. So we've had a samurai sword wielding nerd.
Oh, we can talk about one
Or-
more if you guys want. I
And
forgot.
no one's stuck together outside.
No.
Everyone's okay.
Cool.
That's good.
We gotta keep the puppies unstuck together.
Why? What happened?
When they have sex,
Uh-huh.
they get stuck together.
Oh.
It's called knotting.
Oh, that sucks.
Like imagine not being able to separate
Ooh.
when you were ready to, right? Like some people find that moment nice,
Yeah.
right? Or you stay inside a person and it's like, oh, they're still inside me. Bjork sings about that shit. But like,
No, I
then,
get it.
Then you want to disengage. Puppies can't do that.
Oh.
So they end up like butt to butt, facing opposite directions, just like sitting still until everyone relaxes enough to free themselves.
Oh, ow.
Yes.
Oh, God, that sounds horrible.
So this
Yeah.
is why I keep an eye on them.
What, Anthony?
Said, yeah.
This is
Yeah.
why I keep an eye on them.
Sounds bad.
There's weird news right there.
Yeah.
Nodding.
Wow.
Weird news.
We learn something every day, folks.
If you want to keep going on this trend, we can talk about the penile. What's it called? The erectile dysfunction we talked about earlier. No, about
Mine?
not yours. You're
Oh.
talking, we're talking about how a person
we
we
didn't talk about anything earlier.
a person we both have a mutual, like, you know, we both know is like one of their husbands was like, you know, I might have a small dick, so I'm gonna cut my cut my scrotum and insert marbles in there to make it longer. And that's a common. It's not common, but it happens quite frequently in jail.
Oh,
In jail in what country? What area of the world?
Everywhere in the world.
What?
Everywhere in the
Like
world.
like Australia, here, like it happens.
So dudes make an incision
Mm-hmm.
in the space near their
Yakuza
scrotum,
pearls. Yeah, and then start stuffing marbles and stuff.
and they stuff marbles
metal pieces, whatever,
Why?
whatever, because they want to make their penis
to
long.
make their penis longer. Wow.
Yeah,
See, but that's so much.
Oh, my Lord, have mercy.
That's so much suffering. Now, all right. Now, here's a
Oh.
question.
Okay.
Here's a question.
Shit.
Since we're talking about this, these
Okay.
guys are cutting their dicks to try to get. How much bigger are they getting their dicks, by the way?
they didn't say it was like maybe like an inch or two. They didn't
Okay.
Oh, wow. I mean, that's a decent amount. An inch or two? Like,
maybe just an inch. Let's go.
Now, how important is size
oh, Lord.
to you?
To me, personally,
Yes.
it's important.
Like, how important?
Um,
Like, how big must a dick be? Like,
I
what is
mean,
the minimum
no-
a dick can be?
the minimum, like, the minimum it
Minimum.
needs to be,
Yes.
I'm gonna say, is probably, I would say I would be okay with a minimum of 5 inches. I would be okay with that. Like, that's
Okay.
not, because I have so much ass.
No, wait. 5
So,
inches
that's-
is slightly below what they say is normal, right? Or
Right.
average.
Right. But I'm okay with having, like, a small dick sometimes.
That
you know?
sounds. See, that's
Yeah,
hopeful.
it is
I
hopeful
think a lot of
for you
people-
guys out there. Just so you know, there is hope, because as a big girl, yeah, I have a lot of booty, but, like, you know, I can, like, 5 inches is
So
just enough.
You're talking about physically,
Physically.
like because of the fact that you're a big girl,
Yeah.
you have to kind of be so big to ride this ride.
Yes.
And so
yeah.
there's some facts there.
Yes,
Right.
there
There's just
are-
like some facts.
Yes.
Otherwise, like, what are we doing?
Yes, exactly.
Like, we're
Thank
really
you.
just kind of like tripping, right? We're just rubbing against one another.
Yep, it feels
Okay.
like a
I
wet
get that.
noodle just flopping around doing nothing.
I get that.
It's the weirdest feeling.
Do you think that if you weren't a big girl, you could even say a smaller size?
Probably, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, I feel like that's something that dudes need to hear.
Yeah, because
I think
as
dudes
small
think
girls,
they need a hammer.
Listen, smaller girls, you know, skinny girls, can take a little bit more because there's not so much ass and there's not so much, other stuff around it. I'm flexible, thank God. So I can take, like I said, a 5-inch dick and that'd be fine with me, okay? So some girls can't, and that's okay. Some girls like smaller dicks. I'm telling you, there are girls out there who are into that.
So everybody's into something.
I think that everyone just has this preconceived idea that because I have a small dick, I'm never going to find love. No, it's just that you just got to go look for it. You got to try. Like how...
don't be embarrassed.
Yeah, don't be embarrassed. I mean...
Practice. Train.
Yeah, exactly. I just think that it sucks that people just have that stigma. And
so you don't need a hammer.
no. But the biggest I'll take...
You can find love.
The biggest I'll take without feeling uncomfortable, I would say, is 10 inches.
Okay.
Yeah.
After that, it's like...
After that, it's just...
Are you trying to kill me?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
It's just like I go numb. My cervix goes numb.
that makes perfect sense. So there's limits in all directions.
Yeah.
There's limits in all directions.
And women aren't true and honest about it. And I'm a very honest and open person. So, and that's just even in my personal sex life still. I don't fuck big ass dicks, in my personal life. But I do fuck some big dicks, just,
I understand exactly what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
You're like, I'm not trying to get murdered. I'm not trying to get murdered in the streets.
I want to
wanna have
enjoy
a
my
nice
sex.
evening.
Exactly. When I'm not filming and doing content, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah.
That's awesome. I appreciate you being honest.
Wow.
And thank you for doing my podcast.
You're welcome.
It's been lovely having you.
It was a great ending. I think that was a great ending to the podcast.
Everyone needs attending to.
Everyone needs to be
Anthony,
attentive to. Yes, Anthony.
I'm so glad to have you here.
Hey.
I'm going to say that over and over again every episode,
Okay.
just so they stay almost evergreen. Not because I love you that much, but I do.
Amazing.
It's not because of that, but it's also true.
Okay.
Internet, it's been real. For now, I must bid you adieu. Goodbye, Internet. XOXO.